Pretty sure you understand how we do the podcast here all the time, anytime that we do it. Welcome to another exciting session of AUF Voice Your Thought. My name is Ekene, and our conversation today is with someone, all of you actually, you know what this career is about. She's a caterer. I want you to say your name the way you say it on a professional level.
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Wanolue Chineze Betty, CEO The Johnson's Kitchen. I am also referred to as Johnson Betty on all my social media handles. Thank you.
Johnson's Betty. I think I'll be going with Madam Johnson's or Baby Johnson's.
I get that a lot.
First of all, let's start with what informed the choice of choosing this line of career. What trajectory, what exactly happened in your life that you decided to be a caterer?
Okay, first of all, I didn't choose this line of business personally. I think he chose me.
Wow.
Because it was like something I grew up with. So growing up, my mom owned the restaurants. And when I say something I grew up, it wasn't like I was 15 years or it was like I was 3 years, 4 years.
And you saw it happening?
Yes, and I saw it happening. I mean, I saw it happening, not like I saw it happening and I'm just there watching. I was rooted with it. Wow. So when my mom owned the restaurants, it was like she started the restaurant. I was, I think, about 4 years, 5 years. And then when she wanted to go into events, because then we hadn't gone into events.
Just local restaurants?
Yeah, just a local restaurant. That time, I think food was like 350, 500, you know, that kind of thing.
When things were good. Or...
Yeah, when things were good. So when she started her events journey, it became something huge. And we didn't close down the restaurant. So I started managing the restaurants.
Wow.
At the age of, I think, 8 years, my primary school.
8 years. And she transformed into events while you stayed back and...
Yes, until it gets to the point that we closed down the restaurant and basically moved on with the events.
Are you the only child? Why you?
I am not the only child. My mom had 5 kids. I'm her Ada, her first daughter.
First daughter, okay, I understand
yes.
that. I understand that. So let's get back to what informed the choice of this career. I understand how family business run, because in my own situation, things like this also occurred. But while you were doing the business yourself, at that age of 8, let's talk about the challenges. People think managing restaurant and doing food business is easy.
It was crazy because I felt like my mom hates me.
Wow. For entrusting such responsibility?
No, because it wasn't just me as the girl in the house. We were 2, but it was always, Chineze, come and do this. So I mean, like, I'm not the only one. Like, sometimes I feel so, sober, and sometimes I shed tears.
Did that make you lose your childhood too early?
Yes. I didn't have this, smooth childhood, like smooth thing. Okay, my mommy would do this for me.
But do you still regret it now?
Well, now when I want to talk about my story, I can't do it without talking about my mom.
So like, do you remember that early responsibility take?
Of course I do.
Do you feel your mom would have waited maybe to 18, 20, or do you feel that her decision sort of transformed you as an entrepreneur?
Entrepreneur for me is inborn. I would say that.
Okay.
Because from childhood, I want to be responsible for myself.
Okay.
I want to be better among my peers. I want to do better among my peers.
Okay.
I'm always in the challenging team of my peers. Oh, you're doing this. No, I can do it better than you. You're doing this. Oh, no, I can do it better than you. So I think entrepreneur is like inborn. I don't have, like what they say, something inspired me to want to. I think inspiration for me was inborn. I was born to take up the streets.
And I guess that situation also helped you to groom that entrepreneurial spirit in you.
Yes, because sometimes, my mom would go to the market and tell me things to do concerning the restaurant, and I will leave it and go and play.
Wow.
And when I'm playing, and she will come back. I mean, at that age, I was supposed to be playing.
Exactly.
But my mom Who doesn't care? And my mom is one man soldier. Like, she don't send.
What about your dad? He
Well,
made any contribution during that period? Or he supported or disagreed? What happened?
okay, right. About that, I think it's another story for another day because my mom and my dad are not actually together.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So let's go back to the challenges you faced as a young person trying to manage the restaurant. Now, as an adult,
Yeah.
why did you still continue in this career? Why didn't you change? Maybe become a lawyer, medical doctor, lab scientist. Why still being a caterer?
In fact, you already said a lawyer, and that is actually my first dream as, a young girl growing up because I feel like I'm good with challenging, talking with people, trying to make them believe that, oh, what I'm saying is the right thing.
A persuasive ability.
Yes. But something happened 2018. That was my final year, and that was when my mom died. So it was a shock
So sorry.
coming to me. In fact, both years I lost my parents.
Wow.
My dad was January and my mom was, so my final year was crazy for me.
Finally.
Like, it was crazy for me. So even after my mom's death, I didn't future like being a caterer or, because that thing is stressful.
Very stressful.
And you don't need to be doing all this, your ajipo thing. I'm one person that likes ajipo.
Yeah, soft life.
Naturally, I wasn't soft. I wasn't a soft person.
But you're talking about your parents' demise in 2018.
Yes, but when my mom died,
Yeah.
I never thought about, joining the business. Not because of the soft part of life or anything. Normally, I know the soft gear.
Okay.
I be ajibo if you want me to be, and I be ajibako if you want me to
You
be.
can
So
switch.
anywhere I see myself, I can easily, live my life.
Where did you grew up where? In the East?
Yes, I grew up in Onitsha.
Okay, is expected.
Onitsha. So
It's expected.
bring it was we give it to you. Bring it soft, we give it to you.
So the 2018 shock for your both parents, what kind of impact would you say it had on you?
Oh, it made me realize that at that point, I am an adult. And not just an adult. At that point, I had a lot of responsibilities. Like,
Yeah, your siblings to shoulder.
it was, in fact, my dad didn't move me that much because I didn't have this relationship with my dad.
No connection. Yeah.
Yes, but my mom, I was literally down for like 3 days without talking to anybody because it was an accident. And something that would, anytime I remember, I would still be in a shock because it was like, okay, I am coming. And then someone went out and then
Wow.
everything stopped. And we were even cooking that night
Wow.
for an event against the next day. So imagine the trauma I went through. Yeah. And I was the only one for my siblings I was around. So I carried my mom all through that night. In fact, I came back to Onitsha because we went to Newi, to Onitsha around 2. And telling you this, I wasn't
2 a.m.
I wasn't wearing slippers. My bun short, the zip was bad, so it was open. So I don't even know if I'm naked or anybody's looking at me. At that point, I didn't care. So that was it. So I think the next year, 2019, I was discussing with a friend. I was like, you have all the strengths. I've never seen someone that has so much energy like you, and you know everything about your mom's job.
Yeah.
Why not do it? And I was like, I didn't say anything. I was like, leave that in, Jerry. You think cooking is because I go to jobs with my mom. Yeah. I know the stress.
So most of the clients as well know you.
I know the stress and the kind of people you get to see in an event. You get to even see people that will cost you in an event because of food.
Fights.
So I know the stress. I was like, I was like, my stature. I have a very kind of petite stature.
Yeah.
So I was
they looked down on
yes. So I was like, I just waved it. I didn't, But when I got home, I was like, you have all the charisma. Because one thing I know about myself is I proud myself. Like, I'm proud of myself.
Yeah.
No matter where and anywhere I see myself.
So it's right to say no inferiority complex on your table.
No way. If I see you, no matter the kind of big man you are or big woman, man, we're gonna check.
Yes.
So that kind of helped me growing up. And growing up because of the wars, because I fought war in this life. If it's war, I fought war.
You fought well. So let's go back to how you were able to manage the business and getting through with it. Your mom's demise in 2018. We're gonna pass that now.
Yeah.
How did you start managing the clientele? While you're answering this, also tell me the kind of challenges you faced with them, because they were dealing with your mom.
Yes.
Your mom is no longer there.
Yeah.
This is you replacing your mom.
Yeah.
How did you do that?
Wow, that's actually quite a journey, because I can't boast of 1/3 of my mom's clients right now.
Wow.
Yes, because my mom dealt with them in a certain way. I don't want to call it local to kind of not sound disrespectful, but
Okay.
I think she was doing her food business
With familiarity
in
sort
her
of.
own kind of level.
Okay.
Yes.
You took it up.
So when I took it up, I didn't want to operate in my mom's level. I wanted something more. I wanted, if you want to give me a job, you give me a job and pay, and not like what my mom used to do. Yeah. Sometimes I mess it for my mom, because my mom has this Obi-Wan in church,
Okay.
Let me help.
That's familiarity's sake.
Yeah, that kind of thing. So I just didn't want to do it. I wanted it to be strictly business, and I wanted to earn from it. I wanted to be able to say, okay, I achieved this from this.
Yeah.
And I wanted my mom to be proud wherever she is, knowing that, I did this, yes, but my daughter is doing it better. So it was kind of difficult, because I kind of lost a lot of clients. My mom's phone, a lot of things crashed in the accident. So I got her SIM card and I was able to
retrieve it.
Some people, not much, some people. So I would say if my mom's clients was like 50, like I said, I don't have 1/3 of it.
Wow.
So building new clientele base is quite crazy, because as a fine girl now, the industry is not for the weak.
Let's talk about the location. I'm still going to come back there. Okay. Let's talk about the location. Or let's go back. As a fine girl, the industry is not for the weak. Demystify this sentence. What do you mean? Is a connotative meaning inside it?
Yeah.
Do you have any pretty privilege in this job? Do anybody come to you because you're fine?
Sometimes.
How do you control such customers?
Sometimes.
And keep them professional?
And not even just because I'm fine. I like to do things that are outstanding.
Right.
Like when you see my girls serving, they look nice.
Nice how?
Presentable.
Explain.
I feel like
their outfit.
Yes, I feel like if you give me
a bit revealing, right, to sell the food.
Not even just revealing, they look smart.
Smart how? Sexy or smart?
Both. Anywhere you can deem it fits.
Right.
When a girl should serve you food,
you should eat first and then eat the food.
You should be able to, go with. You should at least look at somebody that is serving you food. The person is looking nice and all that.
How many girls do you have in your team? 30. Give us.
If you need 30 girls for an event, I can provide that. If you need 50, I can provide that.
Okay.
So when I talk about pretty girl advantage, it's not, most people don't give you a job for pretty girl advantage, but people that knows what you can do, because I believe in integrity. What can you do? People that knows what I can do, and the beauty I bring in, not just the food, because there is a vibe to food that will make an event look awesome.
Yeah.
People that knows that give me a job. Then when it comes to meeting clients that I don't know, maybe you want a big job that a big person in an event already before you is going for. There is a drag in it. Yeah. Maybe you want that. That is where the quote of
extra
comes in. Yeah.
So now I want to understand how you were able to. Okay, first, are you still doing the restaurant and the event together? Or are you just doing the event, leaving
just
the
the events?
Why that decision?
Because the restaurant had been closed down for a long time, even when my mom was alive. Okay. So we closed down and ventured fully into events.
Which do you think is more profitable, looking at the Nigerian economy?
I think both. Both, because like I said.
Do you go to events back to back? Because I know, assuming you do the restaurant, people walk in, eat, and go. But the event, sort of, you have to scout,
Yeah,
do the
I
whole
understand where you're
marketing
going.
thing. Yeah.
When I said I grew, I'm not going to go back to my mom's kind of restaurants. I am looking at the future. So the future is the big brand. I'm looking at opening a restaurant, a big one.
A restaurant that is a restaurant.
Yes.
Give me high five. Ibo dogunwai. Yes, I like that. Let's talk about the young people. What advice do you have for them, especially those that want to venture into what you're doing currently? What's your discipline in the university?
I studied cooperative economics and
Has
management.
that made an impact in what you're currently doing in terms of managing finances?
Yes, because growing up with my mom doing events, I watch her lament and like, okay, I did not make this much in the event, I did not make this much
That
in the event.
calculating well.
Knowing quantity and quality, trying to merge them together to actually bring something and still have something for yourself. I think that has helped me because I've been able to, like, if you now ask me, like, what amount of rice or beans will be enough for a particular set of people, I'll be able to tell you.
ASAP.
Yes.
So, do you still put in quality to get your money still? Because I know some customers, they know the price of all these food items in the market. And so sometimes when they're getting or trying to get the services of a caterer, they factor in these prices. How do you navigate around giving them a price that will not still chase them away?
Okay, right now there are so many ways to give prizes to your clients.
Without revealing your secret, just tell us about it.
There are so many ways to give prizes to a client that there are, for me, I don't come and give you a price list of quoting how much is my Maggi, how much is my firewood, how much is my gas. I don't do that one again. That is
In the
my
past.
mom's era. If you want rice and chicken and salad, let's assume that you want that and you're saying you want it for like 100 people. I give you a quote for 100 people. You don't see how many rice I'm using. You don't see the pepper I'm using. You don't see whatever. What you're looking at is a quote. And then there's also this quote that I can give you based on a plate.
Okay.
I can say 7,000 for this particular plate of food.
You
times
multiply
the number of people that you want.
Okay.
Yes.
How do you know serious clients? Sorry to cut in before you continue. How do you know clients are not serious? Like, you don't even need to continue this conversation. You stop everything immediately. This person is a serious client.
Okay, most times clients call you and they'll be like, someone recommend them. Because I've been lucky in this industry, I must say, that all my jobs are based on recommendation. I've never been to somebody's house to say, okay, please give me a job. And I think that's why I maneuver a lot of things that, like, men harassment or whatever in the industry, and be like, give me something to get something. No, I've maneuvered that.
You don't fight for your jobs.
Yes.
Strictly
my jobs have been on recommendation. So I think that's it.
Do good to the next customer. Another customer will know about it, and just a referral. Keep going on.
And when you asked of quality,
you
cannot do without quality in any business, even if it's pure water, whatever business. And food is something that you cannot bring down to a particular level just because you want to make gains. If it doesn't pay, let it be. That is me. If you cannot pay me to give you a unique services, I'll let it go.
Wow.
Because I'm all about my brand. So I can't put my brand on the risk just because I want to satisfy a client.
Very important. Very important. So she can't put down her standards to get a particular business. Do you get? So standards first before getting the customer. So let's go back to the pretty privilege. I want us to look at it very well. I know male caterers, sometimes they come online, they're complaining, hey, it's very difficult for us now to do catering. People are now micromanaging themselves, blah, blah, blah. We can even call relations to do the serving. So now, as a fine girl, you can see she's a fine girl, isn't it? How do you add it as a spice to move this business?
Wow.
Don't tell me you don't, though. I know you do.
That part is quite not easy, getting a job. And when I mean getting a job, landing a good job is not easy. like it's not easy, but sometimes you get people to request what you feel like you cannot give. But like I always say, growth is something you cannot overlook. And like I said, I want to grow. And to grow, you have prices to pay.
So, in situations, this is an assumptive question, in situations where there's a breakthrough client,
Yeah.
you say, hey, 2 million naira is what I need for this job to get it done. He says, send your account, and you have 10 million naira lying in the account.
Yeah.
And actually, what you needed was 2 million naira. The remaining 8 million, he just says, I'll need it to spice up my BED. Would you do that, knowing that already 10 million naira is breathing in your account?
Already? Or
Yes,
I have
now.
to do that before?
No, he already sent the money.
Yeah.
And the 8 million is, I love what you do. I love your services.
Okay.
He didn't say it when he sent it.
Yeah.
But later on, you'll be like, can you actually do this? And you know extra 10 million was made of this job as a pat in the back as a professional caterer.
Okay. This is quite a difficult one.
Is it a difficult question, is it?
I would say it's a difficult question because it's quite personal. But it's not actually difficult because when you're a woman of value, when you bring something to the table, because I know I bring
something to the table.
So you can, in fact, I am the table herself.
Okay.
I'm the table, no.
Even the table, so
yeah.
you come with everything.
For a man to actually
Send extra
want to
to
give
you.
give me
100% of what you requested for.
yes, means that I want it.
Abi.
Yes.
Even without doing any other extra.
Means that I want it. And if you feel like, oh, let's assume, like you said, this is an assumption.
It is an assumption.
And you send me the 10 million naira and be like, you're appreciating me. And then the next thing you're asking for something else.
Yeah.
And I'm already doing the job.
Yeah.
And you're asking for something else. Let's assume I'm in a breakthrough A and I want to break through to B.
Yes.
There are so many ways to kill rats, my brother.
Tell me how to kill this particular rat, because this rat seems big and is ready to swallow anything.
First of all, I don't see say maga they down. You don't give me first of all 10 mil. I don't do anything. Oh boy, you stop playing.
Let's just laugh it off. You already know the answer though, but I don't want to answer it for her. So this.
The answer is not the answer is still coming.
Okay, continue.
Stop playing, because what is there? You don't give me 10 million first of all and not do anything. And you're bringing, I should expect it to be like, okay, you want me as your friend, because that I'm doing an event for you doesn't mean that I don't have feelings and emotion.
Yeah.
What if that person is my spec, my brother?
Exactly.
What if that Ogada Bobo is my spec? And let's not just talk about the money. Apart from the money, if it's my spec, I'll grab it.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And feed into that relationship to see if it actually materializes
Of course.
into something real good.
Of course, definitely.
Okay, so the way she answered it, I think that's a very professional level too. So this is still AUF Voice Your Thoughts, and our conversation today is with a caterer. The Johnsons, I like the name. Is that the name your mom?
No.
Or you transformed or rebranded it?
My mom's name was Future Hope.
Future Hope.
Yeah.
And you changed it to?
Yeah. The Johnson is actually my dad's English name. My dad's English name is Johnson Paul.
Johnson Paul.
So I took Johnson out of it.
So what is the secret to your business, apart from the pretty privilege you've mentioned, quality and giving extra deliveries? What other things do you think that keeps you very exceptional from other caterers? Because I know you're still residing in Onitsha.
Yeah.
Where you are is very competitive. I'll still talk about location and how that affects your business. But what keeps you outstanding?
Well, I would say is I love to do different things. Like the way you meet me in a particular event is not the way you meet me in
the next one.
Yes.
Was she?
I love to shock my clients.
Ha.
Like when I shock you,
Electric
like
shock.
let's assume we have this, because like I said, there's nothing like dropping down your quality
Yeah.
You cannot drop that.
Because they want to give you small price. I want to collect.
And there is a place your brand would be, you would not end, but keep,
moving
going up. So it's bad that you're doing so much in an event and you're coming to another event, dropping down your standards.
Yeah.
So I would say what has helped me is how I keep elevating my standards. You get
constant modification in
yes.
what you do.
And those modifications, in terms of if there is a particular equipment that comes out now for cooking, things that make dishing look more
glamorous,
yes,
you pick it up.
I go for it. And while going for it, at least if you come for an event and you're giving somebody a particular bill, they will see that, oh, this is worth it.
Yeah.
I think that is what is helping me,
And then truthfully, class has kept you there.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go back to what exactly does location do to businesses like this?
That is a very big word, because let's assume I have a client that is looking at having an event in Oka.
Okay.
And he knows that there are a lot of people that do well here in Oka. But because he has tested my food, maybe not on his event, another event.
Yes.
Actually, because that's how I get jobs. Another event.
When you are in an event, another event is coming right there. Give me your number. Wow.
I've gotten that kind of stuff.
Wow.
So let's assume that a client here in Oka that knows that naturally Oka is, more
highbrow,
more open than Onitsha. And then he's looking at, if I call this particular caterer, I know I'm going to have everything. But then he thinks, if I call the Johnson, I know I'm going to have my guests test board on a higher level. So his guests, feel fear, as in you as clients, when they come meet me as the Johnson, go they feel fear, say my client go come your event, go chop. I can start calling you my clients that their guests, like they'll be like, help me and that your caterer.
Yeah.
Help me and book her.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's a problem in events.
I don't joke with when I say I'm into event, to forget this fine girl right there here. Okay? Forget this girl. I can remove my wig. Forget if you see me. I use my leg to go to market too. I saw some my ingredient. I am like a very big part of the
what
cooking part. I am not the madam that will sit cross leg and be like, it's here go ya no.
Yeah.
It's here go ya say all those kind of thing. No, I am parts. That's why sometimes you see me, I am a little bit fatter and I'm a little bit slimmer sometimes because of the stress. I am not that madam that sits and waits for the people to, do their things for them. I work out my things for myself, because my mom is a very good caterer that people would open their mouths today and tell me that you're doing better than your mom.
So it's better to now let the audience know that when she says I'm a caterer, she cooks, serves, have the team. Because sometimes when you hear I'm into events, what just comes to mind is a group of people arranging girls to go and serve. That's all. You are actually the kitchen yourself, which is the table.
And I can plan your events for you as well.
Interesting. Let's go back now to what are the dreams in the next 4 or 5 years? Where do you see yourself? What are the expectations for this catering business?
Well, like I said, catering is good. It brings you good money when you hit a big one.
Yeah.
But I am this person that I've gotten to this point in my life that I want more.
How many years now? Professionally?
On my own, I've done it for 4 years without my mom.
Okay.
Yeah, but I've gotten to this point that I want more, because every time, every day, there's nothing else I think rather than wanting more for the Johnsons.
Interesting.
Rather than doing more for the Johnsons, I want to sit with the who and who in this country, and they will say I am their caterer.
Interesting.
So, and I think being a caterer, it's not where it all ends. That's why I wanted to take it to the standard of restaurants.
Okay.
And not just restaurants. It might start in Onitsha, as where I'm very familiar with, starting from where you're familiar with to grow a particular business, because business is not easy right now in Nigeria because of the economy. But I'm looking at seeing the Johnsons at least in the 36 states. of the country.
This is a big dream. Oh.
Very, very big
This is a big dream. Let's start rounding off. So when you want to grab a new client,
Yeah.
how do you convince them? Assuming client A, you used 1 million naira to handle their event.
Yeah.
And the next person, considering the price change, cost of living, standard of living has changed, and your price has moved from 1 million to 2.5. How do you convince that client? Because you said most of your clients come through referral.
Yeah.
Hey, Johnson's funny Mayha na 1 million. And then the next client, you're telling them is 2.5 or 5 million. How do you convince them about the price change?
So I had a job last year, August, it was an Ozo title of my town. And if you know my town, we are not playing. Our Ozo is not, cheap things.
Nice.
We're doing money, we're talking money.
Yeah.
So I had it for the last year, I think about 1.3.
Okay.
So this year, the person, that job brought another job. And it was the same Ozo title. And it was basically VIP section. And that was what I handled for the last one. So this one came and it was back and forth because there was an event planner. There was a middle person and it was a lady. And you know ladies, they are very, very tough to deal with. It got to the point that she was like, instead of her paying me my money, she would prefer to pay someone higher to get that job done.
Wow.
And at that point that I know what I bring to your events, I got very, very mad. And I said, I'm not taking the job again.
Wow.
And when I said that, the owner of the event, the main person that has the event,
that also knows you.
Now, I don't even know him. Funny enough.
Wow.
To the extent that the lady started accusing him, like, it's like you have known her or you like her or something. Or do you guys have something? Because
that's your express price.
No, the lady saw me on my status and then went back to tell the man that I've not met, that it's like he has known me and I have had something to do with. Like, that fine girl cannot be the chef. That fine girl cannot be doing that business. And the man was like, I know her, but she doesn't know me.
Okay.
Because apparently he came and events now, everybody is busy.
He tested your...
Yes, everybody is busy. So I don't know the man. I don't know anything. So the man was like, he now called me direct.
Wow.
Amongst the conflict. He called me. I was like, am I speaking to so person? I said, yes. He said, I want you to do the job. I don't want them say. This one, I know I have eaten your food. I like it and I like your services. I like the way you make sure that everybody, because in an event, I don't sit down.
You go from table to table.
From table to table.
Have you
if
eaten?
Food is not coming here, I'll tell my girls, bring food to this side.
Wow.
I'll be shouting. In fact, my girls, if you come new, my girls say, Madam Maina Bakwamba. Like, our madam used to shout during events so that you will know that I can be anything else during events, but after events, we can laugh. But during events, I'm always something else. So he called and was like, see, I want you to handle this. So what you would do is collect the amounts that the event planner is giving you. I will balance it. And that was what closed the matter.
Wow.
So I got
from the higher level.
Yeah.
Standards can actually change anything. This is where we're going to end our session with the caterer, but then let's get your last word. Then you're going to be debunking something for me while you're closing, which is, there is this accusation about caterer or chefs in general.
Okay.
That you guys used to do some small clinical to add to your food. Instead of adding crayfish, you can just add something else in it to make it more tasty. Is it true? I don't want to mention things that are very diabolical here.
I don't know.
But it's as if, you guys add, instead of the food, it tastes extra. Are these things true? Is it real?
Well, I think it's true for some people. I wouldn't say it's not true. I think it's true. But for me, I feel like what you know how to do and you're good in it, there's no need going diabolical.
Exactly.
Because good markets, your thing sells you. People know my mom will cook food, and doing it right now, they know me with good standards and good food. So there is no need for, plus my own father and the baba of those fathers.
Exactly.
God now my papa. So me, I know feel they run small, God things. So I think that is it. That helps me. So to the youths and to the young girls out there, if you're looking to grow a business and you're facing challenges, well, I face challenge. I cry. I dey cry, yo. I can sit down in my room and be like, hey, 2 months agala, no job.
That's why I accept.
Like they'll be eating, you'll be eating that one that you made. But one thing is, I'm not just an event. I'm not just into catering. I have side hustles for it.
Okay.
Yeah, I make menswear, senator and all that.
She didn't tell me that.
And I do sell this, like what I'm wearing.
Oh, nice.
So that helps. But when it comes to events, I cry. Like I sit. Generally, business, if you never cry, you never start. If you never cry, you have not started. So no matter what you're facing, keep pushing it.
Yeah.
If you want to go from A to B, know there is a barrier, and that barrier demands a sacrifice for you to move to point B.
Double your hustle.
So you have to break that bond and move to your point B. There is no smoke without fire.
That's where we're going to end our session today on AUL Voice Your Thoughts. Please remember, from comments, shares, even if you want to be on the show as well, hit us up on the buttons and on the numbers right on your screen. We also need sponsors. If you want to advertise on this platform, feel very much free to DM us. We are available.
One thing I want to say again, if man give you free money, babe,
please collect it.
Collect it.
I will see day here.
And move.
Cheers.